From the host to Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016, there's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Arizona Cardinals and the San Francisco 49ers. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go. At their own 22-yard line.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Like 20!
You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby!
21.
He's checking crack.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
At the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Garoppolo gives to Breida, and he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6.
You got tight right there. Check 37. Check 37.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Now Cobb to return. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And the Cards will take over, first and 10.
At their own 29-yard line.
Murray and the Cardinals with a first and 10, just shy of the 30. First down, Murray. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And some space here. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 63 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation.
Mark 56. Mark 56. 56. Mike, 56.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. Murray going to throw. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target, but now it's third and goal. Back-to-back great plays defensively. You get the sack on first and goal. A great job in coverage there. All of a sudden, they're looking at third and goal from further back than when they started.
And the really good play callers look ahead and down and distance sequence. Now he's got to backtrack a little bit and go maybe off his play sheet to try and dial something up here.
So third and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense. Murray now, third and goal. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Duke Johnson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. On second down, a run with Breida. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here we go, here we go. 21, 21.
You're not ready. You're not ready.
21, 21.
Switch gears. Back, back, back. Shoot, shoot.
Garoppolo looking to throw on third and 2. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 45-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. Pass complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 25 yards that time.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
12.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 180!
Wants the pass. Check 13. Check 13.
11, 11, 11, 11, 11, 11. Man.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Running out of the gun here, Breida. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, we're looking at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. This defense hasn't let them in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. 3rd and goal from the 2.
You got nothing.
They'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Boy, such a good drive. You'd hate to have it end in 3. Do you think about going for it?
Absolutely. I mean, the fact that they've moved the ball so well should lead you to the decision that maybe we should go for it right here. Also, as a head coach, show some confidence in your team. Let them know you think they can go get it.
So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. So it's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up...
It's caught at the 10. A huge play there for Arizona. 49 yards. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Throwing on first down is Murray. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
56. Mike, 56. Right there.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. This is caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Second down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining.
Sit.
Third and 2, and here's Murray. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. DeForest Buckner able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. And the kick by Elliott is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe
that.
bash.
Super toe.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Shift. Watch the shift.
Lock.
On 1st down, here's Breida. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Here we go.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
I'm going to run you over.
Out. 12, fellas. Here we go.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. A big play there for the Niners. 48 yards.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And this is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
65.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Flushed, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking, but to me it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
56, Mike, 56. Watch the slant, watch the slant. Watch the slant, watch the slant.
Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. Got this complete to the rookie out of UMass, Andy Isabella. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
56 to Mike. 56 is the Mike.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
Tight down. There you go. Mike 56, Mike 56.
Murray now on 1st down. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
Here we
So
go,
the opening
here we go.
play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Joker.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
Here we go.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Breida. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Tight right.
One, Omaha.
Check. Fresno, Fresno, Fresno. Shoot, shoot, shoot.
They go counter with Breida, and he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They don't need before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
21. Here we go.
5-2, the Mike. Mike 5-2, Mike 5-2. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Check, check.
From the gun on third, Garoppolo. And he fires one, but incomplete.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a first down, threw a fastball when that wasn't necessary. Incomplete pass. When are these quarterbacks going to learn? You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
On the return comes Cobb. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains. Murray now on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Cardinals. DJ Chark, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals are able to show off their quick strike ability. Elliott good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there for the Niners. And even 40 yards. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Shift, shift.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over, then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Here's Garoppolo to throw. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
Here we go.
I got it. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. You got three. Three down. Three down.
On first down, Garoppolo. Looking for Pettis, but that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And now nothing but green ahead of him. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points.
Now Garoppolo lost the football. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
Watch the screen. Pass.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He finds McKinnon, complete. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. First down, Murray. That one complete. He finds Shark. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a second and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. So we got man.
To throw is Murray. Dancing to his left. And avoids the contact by sliding. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. On first down, Murray. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Mike 56, Mike 56. Three buzz.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
56, right there, 56. I'm here all day.
Murray again, 2nd and 10. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. DJ Chark. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Elliott good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know in the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
From the 31, Garoppolo. A dump down to McKinnon. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Out of the shotgun, Breida. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
I'm scared.
White. 12.
Check 59.
On 2nd and a yard, Garoppolo. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Garoppolo to throw on 3rd and 1. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
59. Man, I got you. He's coming. We got double up. Rotate.
Funchess has it complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll lead here to a third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Not today, you are. Not today.
Garoppolo looks to throw once more. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights, and they're back within 3 scores as it's now a 22-point game. And that last field goal, number 400 for him in his NFL career. I don't know whether this will wind up a Hall of Fame career, but he's certainly been at the top of his profession for quite a while.
And that is without question, my man. One of the best kickers we've seen in the past decade or so. Big congratulations to him. Pretty nice round number.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting...
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Elliott good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Now it's Breida. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Check safety.
Two.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Here's Ty Long now as he's on to punt for San Francisco. This is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to...
And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Good track, good track.
This is Breida. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Back now here in Santa Clara. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 9. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Ty Long now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 15.
Check your hot read.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
56, Mike, 56. Watch twist.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Murray. He finds his man Johnson. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
A Cardinal 1st down on a gain of 13. Murray now. A perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Play fake. Murray. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
56 to Mike, boys, 56. Check, 56.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 34-yard line. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, It's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Watch the run. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares.
50.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Murray. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long.
We got 4. We got 4. Alert 3. Alert 3. Alert 3.
Murray with a 3rd and long. And he's got Snead. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 20-yard line. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. DeForest Buckner getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
56 to Mike, boys. 56.
Murray going to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Forced out to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down. And Elliott puts this one through. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go, here we
The
go.
San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. 2nd down, McKinnon. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
You've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Let's go. Check 24. Check 24.
Breida, he'll try the right side. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Third and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they take a knee.
Here we go. 20.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 36-yard line.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Cardinals, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Niners, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.